Hello everybody and welcome back to my kitchen. Foxy is not here with me because, you know, social distancing, quarantine, stay away. We have her and Papa Joe locked up in the house and we won't let them leave. So I've been like delivering groceries back and forth to her because she just keeps trying to leave the house and we won't let her. So Foxy is at home, I am here. Maybe we'll FaceTime her somewhere during this video and let her pop in and add her 2 cents. So yesterday I posted that I made olive bread and I did a little vloggy behind the scenes stuff and I put it up on Instagram and now everybody is DMing me. I got like hundreds of DMs asking me, please teach us how to make the olive bread. So I'm like, all right, well, what the hell else do I have to do but clean my closet that I'm trying to avoid? So let's make some olive bread. So today I'm going to show you how to make olive bread. It is delicious and I'm sorry for the 100 pounds you are going to gain after making this because I'm already starting on mine. I mean, it's dangerous. Don't make it, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Do it, but don't do it. YOLO, it's the end of the world, eat all the bread you want. Literally, Joe doesn't even like olives and he ate half the loaf last night. So there's really not that many ingredients to this. It's flour, yeast, couple spices, water, olives, and like a little bit of cornmeal, but that's really not necessary. It's like, you know, you just want to be a little fancy. You don't really need this. So if you don't have cornmeal, forget about it. It's gone. Most people should have these things, you know, in their house. I mean, I don't know about you, but I always have like 4,000 cans of olives. I really don't know why, but this is a good way to use them up because I've got a crap ton of them. So this is all we need. Now I'm gonna get a bowl and we're gonna start making some bread. And then I'm gonna regret it again. It's not a good idea. See what you guys make me do. Let's get started. So I've got my bowl. I'm gonna move it over here for a little bit. I got my little cup over here that I'm gonna bloom the yeast in. So we have to activate the yeast. Okay, so take your packet of yeast and you're gonna add it to a small little bowl or a cup, something where we can add water to it. You're gonna add a half a cup of water to this. So make sure you have enough room for half a cup of water. Okay, make sure your water is warm, but not hot. Because if it's too hot, it will kill your yeast, and that's not nice because the yeast did nothing to you. And we're gonna dissolve our yeast in the water. Okay, now that I've got my yeast dissolved in here, I'm gonna set it off to the side for like 5 to 10 minutes until it gets all foamy. That means your yeast is good to go. Okay, so leave a little yeasty over there. Now we're gonna start mixing our dry ingredients in here. Bowl, flour, 4 cups in the bowl. So we got our flour in the bowl. Now I've got our spices over here. Got garlic powder, crushed red pepper, basil, and thyme. You can add rosemary, you can add oregano, you can get creative here, but I'm just sticking with this. So I don't have a teaspoon in my cute little skull measuring spoons because they're glass, and if you throw it in the sink with a lot of dishes, it breaks. Surprise, surprise. So I'm using the half a teaspoon. So you need a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm doing a teaspoon of basil. Doing like 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Got a teaspoon of fresh red pepper. Like a heaping half a teaspoon of thyme leaves. You don't want to go too much with the thyme because it gets low. I wish I had fresh thyme, but I ain't going with grocery store right now. That's all. Pretty simple. So now we're gonna mix this up and then start cutting up some olives. Off to the side you go. Okay, so time for our guest of honor, the olives. So I have kept up Martone olives because those are my favorite and I always have like containers in my fridge. And then black olives. So whatever kind of olives you want to use, whatever kind of olives you like, Black olives, green olives, purple olives, olives in a can, olives in a jar, Spanish, Greek, Italian, whatever kind of olives you want to use, go ahead, because there's no rules to this. I mean, there's no rules in the whole world right now, so bitch, just pick whatever damn olives you got and put them in the bread. No one's judging you for what olives you use. And I've eaten most of these already. Apocalypse, no rules. I can eat what I want. Gotta stop telling myself that. Gotta stop eating olives. I'm getting like grandma. I just keep eating all the ingredients before I actually cook. I just noticed I'm not using the Luigi board. Grandma's not here. She didn't ask me for the Luigi board. All right, maybe we'll call Foxy and get her Luigi board. The Luigi board, it's here. And then now, Grandma. Oh, it's Papa, not Grandma. Oh, hello.
Your grandma just running around like a chicken with no head.
Why are you running around like a chicken with no head? Foxy is here.
Hello, I'm here, but not what I really look like.
Foxy's in the house. I got my Luigi board out. Look.
Oh, okay. What are
Yeah.
you doing it?
I got my Luigi board.
Oh, okay.
We're making olive bread.
You just better get back and stop eating.
I know, that's what I just said.
Focus on it.
Yeah, hocus pocus. Oh wait, here, I gotta get the wand. Hold on. I'm dropping the wand. All right, we're doing her hocus pocus. Alan was.
I have my wine. What do I use? Maybe I'll use just a stick.
You're gonna use a stick?
I'll get some.
She's got a spatula.
Doesn't work that fast for me, Lexi.
Hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus, Alakazam. Boop, boop, boop. Make it mad.
Make it what?
Make it grow. Your bread.
There you go, bread's done. All right, Foxy's making an apple pie. Let's see a pie.
There it is. Here's my apple pie.
Pie's in the oven.
Okay?
Yeah, I saw it.
There it is. It's cooking.
No, I see you sealing now.
Oh, my ceiling. Okay. You see it now?
There's the pie. We see it. All right, so olives are all cut up. We got them over here. Got the green ones. Got the black ones. Right now, we're gonna add the yeast that has gotten all foamy into our flour mixture and another cup of water. So yeast going in. Water in. And now we're gonna start mixing this and form our dough. So I start off with a spatula and then I'm gonna go in with my hands. Make sure you wash them. If you need a hand washing tutorial, there's a lot of them on YouTube right now, so go look for one. All right, so at this point is where you want to kind of get in with your hands now. If it looks a little dry, you can add a little more water, but be very careful. Don't add too much because then you will have soup and you won't have bread. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep folding this over until this is incorporated. All right, so once you get to like here, where it's kind of like pulls off the side of the bowl, that is when you know you're done. Now it's time for the olives, because wouldn't be olive bread without the olives. Olives in. Ooh, a little green one got snuck in there, that little shit. All right. All the olives are in. So we're gonna keep kneading, get our olives in there, and the olives add a little moisture too. So, like I said, don't go crazy and keep dumping water in your bowl because you think your bread's too dry. Okay, so at this point, this is what your dough should look like. Okay, got my olive oil, bowl, gonna put a little on the bottom, or any oil that you have. Like I said, no rules, just get an oil and put it in the bottom. All right, so I wasn't recording. Lovely. Anyway, all I did, put the olive oil in the bottom of this. I dumped the bread, dough. Ooh, don't break the Luigi board, Lex. Okay, I dumped this dough into this bowl and put a little olive oil on top, spread it around, and now we're gonna cover it with some plastic wrap. Okay, so we've got this wrapped in plastic. We're gonna throw a towel over it, and you're gonna set this aside for 2.5 hours. So we gotta wait now. This is the hardest part. Okay, so now that we gave our dough time to rise, we are gonna take this out just like this. Okay, gonna pull this away from the bowl. Flour down on the counter. Making sure nothing's gonna stick. I'm gonna dump this out. Sprinkle some more flour on top. All right, so now we're just gonna kind of knead this, and we are going to roll it into a ball so it's ready for baking. Knead this like so. Okay. Just fill this. Throw some more flour on there. You're gonna start forming this into a bowl. Okay, coat that with a little more flour. You wanna make sure the surface is like dusted with flour. You don't want it covered in it, but a nice flour dust into a nice bowl. All right, so you don't want like fuzzy towel. Like you want these ones that are like pretty to look at, but don't actually absorb any water when you try and wash dishes with them. That's the kind of towel that you want. Okay, so we're gonna put this towel down like this. We're gonna sprinkle some flour on it. Yeah, so if you don't have cornstarch, don't freak. Your bread will still be delicious. This is just a little added, step. And we're gonna take our bowl of dough and plop that on here. Okay, now we're gonna fold it up. So we're gonna let this rest for about 30 to 40 minutes. And in the meantime, we're gonna go preheat our oven. So I'm gonna leave this little guy right here and clean up this flour mess. Alrighty, while your little bread dough is over there resting away all snug in its towel, we're gonna come over here to the oven and preheat it to 470 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this is what I'm making it in. Any kind of cast iron skillet with a lid is what you need. So we're gonna put this pot in the oven at 470 degrees while that's resting for the 30 to 40 minutes. So by the time the pot is hot, the oven's hot, that's rested and done, and then it's time to bake, and then it's almost time to eat, and then it's time for Lexi to go on a diet. I hate that my oven doesn't have numbers that I could just push. Okay. 30 to 40 minutes is up, and our bread has gotten nice and puffy. Look at that beauty. All right, so took my pan out of the oven. That's nice and hot, so I can plop my bread in it. Right, give it a little shaky, so I know it's flat there. And then back in the oven it goes. Oh, put the lid on. Okay, lid on and back in the oven. Alrighty, so as you just saw, I took my pot out of the oven, which is very, very hot, and don't burn yourself because I'm not saying I'm speaking from experience, but don't burn yourself, okay? It's hot. It's coming out of a 470 degree oven. It's hot. Okay? Lex? Now we wait again. See you in 25 minutes. the bread's been in for 30 minutes. We are going to take the top off. Lid off. Okay, now it's going back in for another 20 to 25 minutes. My bread is finally done. It was in the oven for about another 22 minutes. It is looking crispy and delicious. The bread is finally done. So, I mean, it seems like a lot of work because like I've been doing this all day, but it's really just a lot of waiting. Like there's not so much work as there is waiting. Listen to that crust. That's what you want to hear. Take a look at that. Look at it. Are you looking at it? Just look at it. Like, no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but like, this should be illegal. Like, this is just too good. It's, no. Not normal. Really? Not normal. I'm not making any more bread. This is not a good hobby. It's really not. Like, the world is ending, Lexi starts to make bread. Like, I don't eat bread. My mom, okay. So my mother, when I moved in here, she bought me a bread box. She's like, oh, you put your bread in it, it keeps it fresh. I don't eat bread, so I'm like, why the hell do you buy me a bread box? Last night I'm like, oh, like, I gotta put my bread somewhere. Like, what am I gonna do? I can't just like leave it on the counter. I don't want it to go bad. I just put all this work into it. So I put the bread box in the attic because I said, who the hell needs a bread box around here? Because I don't eat bread. And now, apparently I am turning into a bread factory. I need to go find the bread box because I got a lot of bread. So, that's the olive bread. I hope you enjoy. Hope you're staying sane in quarantine and staying home. Stay home. I wanna have baseball. And you want season 2 of Unpolished. We can't film if everybody's diseased, so stay the hell home. And make bread. And then run up and down your stairs because then it doesn't count. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so I ventured up into the attic and I found the bread box. So this is my little handy dandy bread box. And surprisingly, I found it pretty quickly. I thought I was gonna be up there for a while, but if you just take a left at the kayaks and then walk past this, you'll find the bread box. Like, who does my mother think I'm cooking for? What am I supposed to do with this? My house isn't big enough for this. What am I supposed to do with this? Suggestions, anybody? What do I catch butterflies with this? Like, what do I do with this? Like, I have no use for this. I mean, I also had no use for the bread box until today, so maybe during this apocalypse, I'm gonna need one of these. If for nothing else, to smash somebody in the head because they're trying to steal my bread. So, I don't know. Lacrosse stick? Like, I don't know what this is. Okay, so update. I texted my mother and said, what the hell do I do with this and why do I have this? And she said that this is, when you go out, this is how you keep people 6 feet away from you. So, I guess I found use for all the strange things that my mother decides to buy for me. So this is my 6-foot stick. If you see it, stay the hell away. Stay home.
Where's my little Luigi board? There it is.
She needs a Luigi board.
Here's my little Luigi.
Show them your Luigi board.
Here it is. Here's my Luigi board.
The Luigi board.
See?
It's the Gindaloon Ouija board.
Yes.
Oh, that's cilantro.
It looks like parsley.
That's cilantro.
Nails are long that you make.
Grandma, get too much chopping on the
What
floor.
happened?
The choppink's flying on the floor.
That's my chopping? I think it's yours.
No, it just flew out of your
That's
bowl.
because I'm really getting into it. Honey. Here's her meatballs, my meatballs. Holy shit, a lot of
A
meatballs.
lot of bowls.
A lot of bowls.
More bowls.